Good afternoon, everybody. Somewhere about 3 o'clock, I guess. Maybe 3:30. I've been over here for a couple of hours, I guess. Little teepee still there. Just in the same condition. A little bit of moisture. Not bad. Got the hobo shack opened up. I checked that trail camera there. And it didn't take but 8 pictures. And I only seen one raccoon there, Mark. Looked like the same old one that was over here the last time. It was a night shot this time, though. No critters in the hobo shack. Was kind of looking forward to that, but it didn't happen. I haven't seen anything but a few birds since I've been over here. Just kind of relaxing. It's been just a little bit since I was over here to do just that. And spend the night. And try out a couple of things. Free soldier, tarp. And I made a couple of changes to the Bliss hammock. It kind of looks like it's going to work out. Not sure. We'll look at that in a minute. I don't know how much of a fire I'm going to have tonight. Kind of set up for it a little bit. Got some of my new matches to try out there, Randy. And it's just about time for traffic. It has been a really peaceful afternoon. Reasonably quiet. And just now, well, it's not moving the flag. Just now we're starting to get a little bit of a breeze. So I'm going to show you what I've done with the hammock. I took a cue from some of the larger manufacturers of hammocks. Mine are made of shoestring. Sewed them in the zipper line there. Nice and strong. I believe they'll hold up well. I've done 4 of them. And I'm using the shot cord. I have plenty of bounce there. I've never slept like this. I don't know. It looks like I'm slung really high, but it's about where I normally have it hung. Just went out to the corners. Yeah, we'll see how it does tonight, I suppose. It's only supposed to get down, I think, in the mid-60s. So, I don't know. I may not even have to cover up. I brought a sleeping bag with me just to crawl in. Might not need it. And it's kind of hard to tell with the hammock pulled up. I'm trying this little bar in here. You know, with it pulled out, I got to thinking I probably won't need that to keep the net up out of my face. Sometimes that's an issue. I'm hoping this will solve part of that. It's the first time I've done a shot from inside the hammock like this. Actually, somebody got a hot rod. Actually, it's pretty roomy in here now with this little spreader bar up here over my head. Holds it out, plus those pieces of bungee holding the corners out. Looks like it's going to make for a pretty peaceful night. I'm not sure. I can lay pretty flat in here. You know, I'm a side sleeper. This feels pretty good. Got just about the right amount of sag going on. I took the spreader bar out. Really wasn't doing much. The pull-outs on the corners do better. I think I'm going to have a good night's sleep. Ain't no bugs so far today. A couple of mosquitoes buzzed around, but they left. Thanks for coming, guys. I might have to take a little nap. A week ago or so, Dave, Really Big Monkey 1, put out a video on med kits and emergency first aid kits. And I thought I'd show you guys what I got. By the way, if you haven't checked his video out, do so. I think you'll enjoy it. For the most part, I guess I'm just kind of a general overall kit. The spray bottle here is my concoction of peppermint oil, citronella, a little bit of alcohol for mosquitoes. Can't say that it keeps a tick off of you, but it does work with mosquitoes and other flying bugs that aggravate you all the time. That goes with me. A couple of pair of rubber gloves, eye wash, liquid bandage. Some applications it works okay. Iodine, many uses. Don't have to go into that. Most of you guys probably already know. Camphofenique. I don't know whether you guys are all familiar with that or not, but it's been in my life, all my life, for bug bites and little abrasions. Mostly bug bites. It takes the itch out of them, so why not carry a little bit? You never know. If one doesn't work, try the other, right? Some of your basic bacteria ointment there, and an eye wash, a couple eye wash tubes. Carry a few bandages, different sizes. These are the bigger ones I have. Got extras over here. Got some patch and knuckle bandage, a couple of them, some regular old band-aids. Scissors, a good pair of tweezers, another small pair of scissors. Of course, carry an ink pen and the booklet. That booklet I've had a bunch of years. It's gone in a couple of different little bags with me. The sewing needles may or may not come in handy. Q-tips, you never know. Got several of those in there. A brand new razor knife, and the rest of the stuff in that pack is alcohol pads, wipes of sorts. This little blue thing here goes inside this one, and got some more gel. Never know about the toothache situation. Sting relief, different type. Put it in here, it's a little more protected from crushing these vials. The old chapstick, some blitz sticks, stuff for your lips. A little emergency sunscreen, it's like FPS, whatever it is, 100. Another small pair of tweezers, some safety pins, and a glasses kit. Extra screws, screwdriver, a couple of different kinds, magnifying glass. You guys that wear glasses, I have already used this a couple of times. That's pretty much it. Now you see the pipe and the tobacco laying here, because as a youngster it wasn't always available to have anything like this, but generally there was an adult around that chewed tobacco or smoked. And I personally have stepped on several bumblebees and a couple of red wasps even, and been hit on my left hand really bad by 3 red wasps one time. My dad chewed Applejack. So this works too. I'm not sure what the agent is. Maybe it is the nicotine in the tobacco. I do not know for sure. But I know one thing. It helps with the sting, the itch, and the swelling. So just something to keep in mind. This is what I carry. Every time I go out, it's in one bag or another. Nice little afternoon serenade. Time for an after dinner pipe. I had a light one tonight. I just had one of those sun-kissed mix them up tuna things. That's pretty tasty. I didn't feel like building a fire to cook with or breaking out the sterno. Yeah, just no need right now. Just been sitting here quiet too. birds are still coming in. A little doe down there about 50 yards. She walked on up and into the edge of that open field over there. I was hoping she'd come up this way. I kept looking for her when she disappeared in the woods over there. I kept looking for her to stick her head out from around the teepee over there. Oh, it's probably 7 o'clock. Maybe a little later. I thought I heard my little owl buddy again there. He come through and hooted once a while ago, and I haven't heard him since. So maybe he'll come back around at some point in time tonight anyway. One of my subscribers, Joseph, asked about the tattoos. And just before it gets kind of too dark here, I'm going to talk about this arm tonight. And I don't have to be in any big hurry tomorrow to get out of here. So I'll try to do a little more time on this arm tomorrow. That's okay. Let me move the camera around so you can see these and see what you think. I hope you can still see them. You can see where I'm definitely a white boy under this shirt, can't you? I don't have any oil to oil up with, but it's a pair of fouled anchors. Those were on my notebooks from boot camp. That same size. And the ship's wheel on the back was on the navigation book that I used to really help me along understanding how to use a sextant. Sometimes that's not an easy instrument to use, and it took some of the guesswork out of it. So that means something to me from a long time ago. Moving on down, we have signal flags. Some of you guys, I don't think I've done any close-up enough that you could ever figure them out. I got the ones down the back of my arm. Those are kind of special to me. RBYC. That stands for the Rock Bottom Yacht Club. I'm a charter member there in San Diego. One of the first 10. Never had to own a boat. You really never had to have been on a boat before. Our one request was you have a major character flaw and be able to discuss it in public. And I'm going to leave that at that too, because we don't need to go there tonight. The other flags spell out fair wind, following seas. Kind of a special sailor's farewell for me. My dad said that to me. And another extremely good friend in San Diego, Mr. Shadows. I believe those were the last words I ever heard from him. As far as I know, the man's still alive and living somewhere in Seattle, maybe. But when Jim Lynn and myself left for Hawaii, that was the last thing I heard when we left the dock. So it's got a couple of special meanings to me. Nothing extra fancy or anything. The chain, I suppose, just for the fact that it does go all the way around, to me represents unity and one. Don't really need to go any deeper on that one, I don't think, either. Let me wiggle around a little, see if I can get on this one. Now, Donna wanted this one for me. Get him straight there a little bit. I'll have to do some lotion and do some more close-ups or something. That's a fouled anchor with a dolphin wrapped around it. I apologize for not being able to see. I'll do some quick on the light in the morning. That one's kind of special for us, I think. We spent a little time on the water together, and she knows that I spend a lot of time on the water, and she appreciates that. And I think part of the freedom that we have in our relationship now goes back to the very beginning of our friendship. And that's kind of what this one represents to me. We'll do something on this side maybe in the morning. I'm kind of running out of light. I hope this is not turning out too dark. I'm going to use the fire sticks, but I wanted to see if they'd light with a ferrule rod. I'm pretty sure you use a striker. I've got a matchbox to strike them on. I wanted to see if the ferrule rod would strike it off. Give this one a shot. I don't expect it to be instantaneous. This doesn't smell heavy fuel. So I kind of broke it up, made it as fibrous as possible. And it's wanting to glow, and look at there. There it goes. How about that? So for some reason or other you lose the head off of it. They still light up and burn for 5 minutes, I think. I didn't know about this wood being damp. We had some pretty good rain a couple of days ago. So I thought maybe 2. Each one of those is considered a match. The little pile I got shaved off there is doing pretty good too on its own, isn't it? Get some small stuff started that I know should be good and dry, hanging in the tree. Should have built a teepee maybe. It's been a while since I've actually been out and had a fire. I'm going to say it's mid-70s. That little bit there's burning good. Well, the sticks are ticked. I'm trying not to bury them. You see, I brought my little candle light tonight also. Thought I'd give it a try. We should have a decently bright night around here. Close to a full moon. Of course, all you guys know the eclipse is coming up. I may try to make my way over here to watch it. I'm not sure. Seems like everybody around here is going to be off from work, and we're supposed to have a whole lot of people coming into this part of the country to watch it because we have such a good vantage point here in Middle Tennessee. I'm going to sit here and mess with this fire for a couple more minutes, and I'll get back to you guys. Well, that's not bad. This little piece right here just went out. I hadn't put anything else on there. I'll have to say, give the thumbs up for the Coghlan's fire starters. Had a couple of bugs come around. Mosquitoes. Not being too bad. Bad enough. I have not been bit, so just there aggravating me. So I throwed some of that wet cedar to it. And a couple of pieces of maple that were still kind of damp too. Yeah, it just got me a good smoke bath. I done messed around and got a fire going, didn't I? I need to move back a little. Oh man, it has been a real peaceful day. I decided to make a morning hike out of going over and checking the other trail cam. Have no idea what we're going to see off of that one with the video thing running, so just have to wait till the morning to see. I need to say hello to 3 people up in West Virginia. My young friends Emily, Eli, and Matthew. We're going to get back up that way when we can, and yes, we will go camping when we come. It's kind of hard to make arrangements sometimes, you know. I don't think I'm going to build any more fire than that. Just let it go out. Sit around here and watch it for a while. I don't know. It might be 8:30, 9 o'clock, going on 9 o'clock maybe. I've been needing just a little bit of this green time. I had to deal with some public people during the week, and I really don't have to go into that. I'm sure all you guys out there know about it already. So let's move on. Got the flask with me tonight, Professor. At night I want to do a little toast to all of my subscribers. I got some new ones out there, and all my old subscribers that are still hanging in there and watching my silly ass out here in the woods. I have a good time, I enjoy it, and I hope you guys enjoy coming along with me. The kayak trips are fun. There'll be more of those as the summer goes on. Hopefully get a couple more people out with me. So, to all my subscribers, thank you guys very much for your support and your gifts. I don't imagine most people would like that. Over the last bunch of years, I've come accustomed to it. Just a nice, quiet evening to enjoy the fire, huh? I don't know if those are bigger pieces. Yeah, that one fell over. That might be good. I don't know if they're going to catch up or not. They were pretty dry after being out here for 2 months. They've been out here covered up. All my smalls over there, they were still fairly dry, believe it or not. My little bit of grass tinder that I'd left over here, some kind of critter had drug it out from the edge there, and it got wet in the rain the other night. I'm going to have a camera standing by. If anything exciting happens, I'll try to capture it. Not really looking forward to too much going on tonight. Maybe my owl buddy will come back by. I'd really like to hear that. I haven't got to experience the two of them together over here in a while. Thanks for spending the day with me, everybody, and I'm just going to kind of hang out here with the fire for a little while and then crawl over there in that hammock Try to get some rest. Good night, everybody. I almost forgot. Fran and Kurt supplied the lights tonight also. This is a small pin light, 1AA. I'm not sure about the looms. I think somewhere around 60. And it's more or less just for in the tent, around the campsite real quick. It's on, it's off. And that's the hobo shack there. Does a pretty good job. I like it very much because it only goes on, off, on. Yeah, I like that. The other one is the headlamp. Now it runs off of 3 AAAs. It's the same way. It's on or off. And I think 160 lumens. See a bit of a difference there. This does a real nice job lighting up the entire campsite. I brought these two, and I've always got the Shadow Hawk in my pack. I just want to see the difference. Okay, let's go once again with the headlamp at 160. Okay, now I'm going to do the wide beam. One report said 650 lumens at best. It talks about 800. It throws a pretty wide beam, but it's focusable. You can narrow down, and of course you see it. Cree LEDs square out. This has been a pretty good light. Now the only complaint I've got about it is the switch. If you want to reach out there and look at something in the dark, oh, I got out of frame. You can look out there a pretty good ways through the woods. And it also lights up real well. The battery, ooh, you could probably get an hour and a half out of an 18650. Pretty decent light. Can't complain. I would like to have another battery for it. I think that would really be nice to have in my pack. Bit of a difference, but this one is great for when you got to get up in the middle of the night. Okay, I'm going to crawl in the hammock now. Good morning, everybody. Kind of cool this morning. I guess mid-60s. I slept pretty good. Woke up a couple of times. That's nothing unusual. First time I hadn't been asleep too long. And as you can see, I dropped the corners down on the tarp early this morning. Had a little rain shower. And I wanted to walk right over here and see what Mr. Possum was scratching at. I don't know what he was trying to accomplish over here, but when I put the flashlight on him, he took off. Didn't look like he tore anything up. All he had to do was walk around the front and he'd go inside. Ooh, fresh spider web. Tasty. I'm going to fix me some applewood bacon, a couple of eggs, and finish up my hash browns there. And we'll take a walk over and see what the video camera left us. I'll let my skillet warm up a little bit. Brought my refrigerator bag again. It sweats a little bit, but you just have to remember it does that. I think it works pretty good. Plus I got a cold bottle of water for this morning. Bacon, yeah, I'm gonna take that water out. Yeah, still got a little chunk or two of ice in it. Not bad, not bad. Beats trying to pack a cooler around. Don't you just love that bacon smell in the morning? Doggies. I'll wind up with a little scrambled bacon this morning because I got a few more pieces than my skillet will hold. As my bacon gets done, I just dropped it over in with the hash browns this morning. Oh yes, fresh cackle fruit, right out of the wrapper. How you like them? Sunny side up? Yeah, just about the time my eggs get done. That bacon's still nice and hot. Get them hash browns in for just a quick fry. These taters don't brown up very well, but they are just a little crispy. You know, I was thinking about John this morning, M.I. Woodsman. I bet you could eat a skillet full of this, couldn't you? Yeah, fresh cackleberries smothered in bacon. Alright, I've teased y'all about long enough. I'm gonna eat. You gotta drag the rake through the field every once in a while, right? Everything all squared away, cleaned up. Mostly everything around here is stowed, with the exception of the hammock and tarp. After I get back from the walk over to the trail cam over there, I'm going to try a couple of different setups here. I don't know how it'll work out, but it's kind of one of those things I'd like to know about before I need, or before I want to pitch it in a particular way. Having a morning pipe today reminds me of a new sub, and I subscribe to his channel also, Tennessee Bull. If you haven't checked out the boy, by all means do. Go by there and listen to a couple of his stories. And if you're a pipe smoker, we have a little pipe talk involved there. And by all means, Bull, smoke the stain off of it. Sure does feel good over here this morning. I guess it's about mid-60s. I can see a little bit of sunlight over there in that field. I don't know, that little bit of rain shower this morning kind of surprised me though. What's supposed to happen? What else is new, right? I'm gonna sit here and enjoy this pipe for a few minutes and get things together. We'll take a walk through the woods. What do you think? See no wildlife at all this morning. I suppose everybody can kind of tell that the vegetation here has dropped quite a bit. Even though we've had some rain, it's just not been enough to get through the canopy anymore. Everything, all the leaves nice and full. Hard for that sunshine to get down here. Gonna try not to walk like a bull in a china closet this morning. I don't know. It's an awful clear little trail right up through there. They've obviously been using that. That looks more like small critter. I think today as I go out, I'm going to move the trail cabinets up there at the campsite. I'm going to move it on out to a little closer to where I come in. Just about where I saw that little doe yesterday. Let me hoof it on across here and get back up in the woods. I don't know exactly where he's sitting, but he's telling everybody I'm coming, ain't he? I don't know what method you guys use, but I've been using the circular method this morning. A little up and down never hurts either. The webs are thick. Oh. Looks like something was right here. And right there. Bedding down. Oh! Trying not to get that spider in my face. Yeah, somebody's been sleeping here. Try not to disturb no more than I have to. Oh, gotta swing for them webs. You know, I don't mind the spider webs all that bad. It's when the spider starts walking up the side of your face that bothers me. I come up kind of slow. There wasn't nothing here. Nobody ran off. A little more water in it than it had last time. Well, I wasn't sure about the 1 gig card I put in there. And you see there, no image, too close. And I am not going to be able to stay here long. The mosquitoes are rough over here. I've only been bitten once so far, but they are all over my head. So I know this card here is good. Let me slip it in there and we'll try this again. Should be a little red light flash there at some point in time, or it still might be making a video. I'm not sure. I tripped it once already. Just heard something snort back down that way. Alright, let me get out of here before I get that up. Sorry about that, folks. I was hoping for the best too. I would almost bet that the 1 gig card is not formatted correctly. Alright, we'll try again. Get back over to the camp. I'd like for somebody to tell me about this piece of fungus. It's on a maple tree, fairly old. I'm going to say sugar maple. Looks just a little different. Like I said, right now I'm going to leave it alone. If anybody knows what kind it is and what it's useful for, let me know. Got a little stash right here. I hope you can see that web. It's a really nice one. And the spider just split because I touched something. But if you look through the trees, I don't know if it'll focus in. I can see 5 more shining in the sun this morning. Waiting for breakfast. You can have that mosquito that's buzzing around my ear. I set that camera up just to take pictures. I messed with it a minute, and I couldn't get it to show me a video back. It's been a little wet down here. Looks like one of them was in a hurry. Come to a screeching halt there. Yeah, the vegetation has dropped dramatically. Got more rain coming and more heat. I'm gonna get me a pull or two off this pipe, finish her down. Fill up on water. Got a little sweaty. Kind of disappointed I didn't get the video, but I may have to take that one back to the house and do the format thing. I don't know. I'll worry about that next week. Right now it's over there taking pictures anyway, so I missed a week of whatever happened. Oh well, this one got a couple of pictures, and I'm going to move it out there, like I said, when I get ready to leave today. I'm just going to take it out with me. Set it up down there about where that doe come across. Mighty humid over here this morning. Really humid. It's already in the 70s. About 9 o'clock. All right, let me relax for a few minutes. Gonna move my bag and bucket out of the way. Pick up my ground cover. Don't need it anymore. And I'm going to try the first thing I've been thinking about. Cut all the lines loose and start all over. Well, that took about 20 minutes. I lowered the ridge line down from here. Brought it down. I went ahead and staked everything I could. And if you stake the other end like this one is, it draws this end tight. Put a stick in there just to simulate a little ventilation, and I left the sides up kind of to the tops of the stakes. Well, this time of year it'd be awful hard to go in that thing unless it was pouring down rain. But you could also set it up in the open A-frame like this. The only thing I haven't done is get in there. Got lots of floor space, I will say that. I haven't got in there and hung yet. I'm going there and see what that's like. There, I'm sitting up in the hammock and I'm just barely touching the overhead here. That would allow pretty decent ventilation, I think, through the night. Of course, if you'd afford to, leave one end open. This is the configuration I was mainly thinking about for cooler weather. When you're sitting around the fire and then you get ready to go to bed, just come in and go to bed. Not too bad. Tarp does a pretty good job of going back in the bag. I keep my ridge line and 4 stakes in there with it. It won't go in there like a stuff sack. I tried it at the house and it just won't get in there. You gotta roll it up. Got everything stowed away. I pulled a diamond configuration on that, but you guys all know what that looks like. That's really the only way you get end-to-end coverage on pretty much any hammock. Especially if you got 11, 12-foot hammock, you're going to have to do a diagonal and do whatever you have to do to seal her down. It's a good tarp though, I like it. You can also set that same configuration up, on the ground. You don't have to use it on a hammock. And you don't have to use a ridge line, a couple of sticks, trekking poles, hiking poles. They work just fine, I'm sure. Probably tell it's kind of humid. And it's going to be in the mid-80s again today. Shouldn't be as humid when I get out of the woods here, though, I hope. I don't know what to say about the pictures. We're just going to keep trying, ain't we? That one over there is going with me when I go out. I put the 1 gig card in it, so I won't have any pictures this time. I've got some on the computer. I'll pull up a couple there maybe and stick some on the end. I can't remember right now. Too nice. I just kind of want to sit here. Alright guys, thanks for coming with me. I appreciate your support and all my new subs and all my old subs also. Be thinking about John, M.I. Woodsman. Give him a look. And there's another fella out there too, Cheesehead Chris. This morning's breakfast was dedicated to you, Chris. That's the breakfast I didn't get to cook over the fire that I kept going all night. That was the hobo shack. It rained me out. And I lost battery too. Alright guys, thanks for coming. Till next time, just waiting for the next big adventure. You too, Jonah.